Well, you caught me in a compromising position here.
Yeah, I'm sorry we have this footage, Manny. But also, rumor have it you turned over like you were Deshaun Watson or some shit. Or who got injured this week. But anyway, on a different, brighter note, this is a thumbnail. I went through many of them, and then I couldn't figure out what I wanted to do because I couldn't remember what happened on NXT. Even going to the photo, like, oh, what?
Well, welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm, of course, the racially ambiguous Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm joined always by
The exhausted, but enthusiastic and ready to go, Marcus the Grand Finale.
You know, I thought you were about to say exotic, and I was like, ooh.
I'm not coming in exotic. I ain't no crazy animal, Manny. I'm not coming in here with no lingerie or stockings, or I'm not gonna be like a flamingo coming in and do whatever flamingos do.
What was the guy? What was the Tiger King's name? Joe Exotic.
Joe Exotic.
Yeah, Marcus Exotic.
That bitch Carol Baskins. That was a time. That was a time.
Man, 2000 was an odd time to be in.
You mean 2020, man, not the year 2000. But we can also circle back to
2000 was a strange time too. I was 14.
Times were changing. I was changing. Everybody in music videos had CGI in it. People watch music videos. And it was TRL was hot, and it had NSYNC and Britney Spears at #1. I'm sure, and that could be any day of the week.
Mr. Kane, who we haven't seen in a while, says Mox took a page out of Marcus's playbook and fights the AEW roster. Yeah, but
you know what?
Part of me thinks Mox can take out all of them. Whereas, like when we went through Marcus's list, I was like, I'm not sure about that one.
Yeah. So in this case of him fighting the roster, he'll win. Also, I believe Shelton Benjamin will win. Those two people, I believe, are the only two people who can survive in that locker room that says, yeah, I can take everybody in here. I can take them all. This is not without a question. Without skipping a beat. Like, I believe me, Manny, and Eric could have pulled up in the exact same pickup truck with Marina Shafir and beat up the entire roster waiting for him.
I mean, do you know when they showed? We'll get into AEW in a minute, but I want to talk about that just to lean on that. But when they showed the first shot of them waiting for the truck to come, I was like, I could take all of them, or at least fire all of them, because they that is how you save money, is get rid of all that. That is the fat. That is the fat you would trim.
Yes, this budget cuts right here. And you know what? We're jumping right to AEW. Fuck it. We just jump right into it, because that's supposed to begin of the show. I would have showed up in the pickup truck playing the Sanford and Son and drove and mowed them all down. I would have just mowed them down. I don't care. I'm John Moxley. I commit murder. That's what happens.
So, do you know what I would be doing if I was Mox?
Yeah.
I'd be sitting in the back. I'd have like I'd be chewing tobacco because it's Mox. I was gonna say like biting on a toothpick or like chewing on like wheat or something. But Mox would be chewing tobacco. He'd do that, and then maybe I'll bring out a banjo.
My favorite. So we can go back. I know we jumped forward to this. You can go back to the beginning of the show. When I guess they're in the deserts of Nevada, and Mox is cutting some promo. When they're all in the back of this truck, it's 110 degrees out there. Why is Cesaro the only one in the truck? They're like, we're right on the back. That to be the worst ride ever.
So the first segment outside of Mox was the Hangman segment. He doesn't really explain his actions. He just gets jumped by Colton Gunn. Colton then, like a fool, tries to take to the air, crashes and burns, allowing Hangman to get the advantage. He was about to choke him out with a belt till Jay White and Juice make the save. But a limping Hangman Page gets away.
Yeah, why? Explain to me why Colton Gunn hates him. I don't remember what he did to them.
Because Hangman took out his brother, Austin.
When?
I don't know. But I was paying attention to Excalibur for a change. So,
I got that point. I understand. We're at the same point. But I was trying to go, why is he so angry with him? Did he burn down his house too?
And then Jay White says he has his number, and if it wasn't for Christian Cage, it'd be a perfect 5-0. Says Hangman can hide behind all his gimmick matches, but when that bell rings, he will never measure up to the Switchblade.
And when he was like, I'm 4-0 against him, I was like, I don't remember 4 of those matches or anything. I'm completely blanked. I'm blanked. I remember the one that they had at the pay-per-view, and I was like, why is this happening? But I don't remember anything other than this. I don't remember this being a feud that actually led to this.
No. Sammy Guevara takes on Shelton Benjamin. Shelton motherfucking Benjamin, 50 years old, dominated what is considered an AEW pillar. Dominated him.
This is the Simpsons episode when Homer entered the kids contest for Bill the Nuclear Power Plant, and then he yells, "Yeah, he did!" and Homer beat his brains out. That's what this was. Sammy Guevara came off as useless. They showed a bunch of flashbacks of Sammy and like him meeting Shelton Benjamin. Please don't do that. I understand. If I'm a wrestler, don't show me at my poorest of poor meeting and greeting Shelton Benjamin in the prime of his life, where I look like an absolute dork. I look like Ray Gun with my hair and shit. Yeah, he looked completely like Ray Gun, and then I proceed to get ass whooped by that man in record time. Shelton has never been better.
Record time. It wasn't record time.
It felt fast.
It wasn't record time. But like Shelton, I don't know why they need to pump up Shelton Benjamin. His name alone carries. His name alone carries. You don't need to give him like dominating wins like this. But I don't know also why we need to. I don't know why a 49-year-old is being built up so hard like this.
I mean, not since Jeff Jarrett have I seen somebody beat their locker room at. No. Even Edge looks old. I think Shelton is older than Edge.
No, I think Edge is actually 50-something.
Oh. Well, Shelton looks younger and better than Edge, CM Punk.
Yeah, but he's black. Marcus Black don't crack.
Yeah, but I'm talking about in-ring. He doesn't look like he lost a beat. He doesn't look like he lost a step. He looks dominant. I've never seen Shelton this good, and I've been watching Shelton his whole life. Not his whole career, his whole life. Yeah. It's a complete difference. And I didn't think I'd be saying this. I know I said, MVP and Bobby and Shelton, they're all so old. But I'm happy for Shelton with this. He deserves a good run like this. One final run for people to appreciate him. He even seems more charismatic around these people.
But the problem with this is we know he isn't going to be the guy. We know this. He's going to become. At the moment, he's looking like the guy, but as soon as Bobby comes in, he's going to be demoted to second.
Yeah, but
right hand of Bobby Lashley.
But he looks like a monster already. This is like.
Yeah, but Marcus, he's standing next to bums. Look at the last week of his league,
I know.
Where he's like a matchstick. And then this week he's next to Sammy. That's just like what? You've added a bit more padding onto it?
Yeah. Next week, Adam Cole. Fuck it. Kill all these kids. Oh. But he reminds me of Billy Gunn just walking around just like, oh, he is that big. I forget how big you were compared to everybody else.
Billy Gunn is unstoppable in AEW for some reason.
And Shelton's a generation after Billy Gunn, and Billy Gunn's unstoppable. But I think, he just looks fantastic, and I would only compare him to this. AEW roster, be prepared. And Manny, I don't know if you watched Dragon Ball Z, but whatever.
No, we didn't. I don't, and you know I don't.
I know. You need to. You need to jump on it. Just jump on them earlier these episodes. You watching One Piece? Dragon Ball Z is so much better, and I've never seen One Piece.
You know what? One Piece, the cartoon is so annoying because there's so many filler episodes.
Yeah, and filler. It's 1,001 million episodes, Manny. It's 1,001 million episodes of One Piece. There's less episodes of Dragon Ball Z. They're all like 20 minutes. You can just zip right through it and feel like. Anyway, Shelton Benjamin is Reddit's waiting for, and maybe people will get this, waiting for Vegeta and Nappa to show up to wreck the fucking shop and destroy the world. That's what's going on here. Raditz is a weakling. He's a runt. He's Goku's brother, and he's the weakest Saiyan ever. But he was whooping ass when he showed up to Earth. He whooped everybody's ass. And everybody was like, Raditz is a piece of shit. And then when they fought Vegeta and Nappa, they were like, oh, this is the real deal.
We learned that Shelton's facing Swerve next week on Fright Night, AEW Dynamite. Ooh, it rhymed.
Look at how much that rhymes. What black guy's gonna die first in this horror movie?
Mariah May treats Anna Jay like the Miz because she believes she doesn't belong in the ring with her, let alone the locker room, and throws all her belongings in the hallway, which leads to a weak pull apart.
Yes. This is the second or third pull apart of the night. I mean, well, I guess the box one wasn't a pull apart. He hadn't showed up yet.
So I had a problem with the next segment. I'm not giving it a strike. Because I think Kyle Fletcher, the promo was okay. It was just how long it took to get to the point.
Exactly, Manny. And earlier I told you I had a bit, right?
Yeah.
Today I am going to reenact the Kyle Fletcher promo. We're about to go 20 minutes long. First of all, he went Triple H 2003 long in this promo. I'm like, all right, we get it. You're evil. Just spit it out. Because he was just talking to something. I am Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah.
And I am great. And I am tired of being compared to Will
Ooh. This man has bought me enough TV time to say what I need to say.
Shut the fuck up. It just went on and on. And then it ends, Manny. Just like I'm going to end this segment with him. Like this.
He didn't even do it properly. He didn't even do it properly, which made me more angry.
He's like, I want to be Hulk Hogan. That's what I got. My end result was he wanted to be Hulk Hogan. Now, later you would see footage online where he looks more like Danny Garcia instead. Like, I didn't understand him cutting the hair. One, he dyed his hair blonde. He could have just not done that. And he would have not looked like Ospreay anymore or been compared. It was ridiculous. It just went too long. It was fine. I have no problem with it. It just went on and on. It just felt like, what if the Die Rocky Die speech kept going on and on?
Well, we move on to them showing footage of what happened at Maple Leaf with Takeshita and Ricochet. And then I also have a problem with what Ricochet said. He is going on that he was never pinned in that triple threat match. Sure, he was never pinned, Marcus, but he was also he was destroyed and put through a table, so he could not be pinned on the outside.
Sorry, I was distracted by this comment, Manny. Johnny Autism Wrestling says, I was at Dynamite last night, and I can tell you I was bored. The security were assholes. They did not let us bring in signs unless it says the same thing in the back. It's stupid. I don't know what his thumbnail is. Look like a match of some kind, but
God, it's Johnny something. Lemons and Johnny. Sowell and Frost.
Okay.
Why did I read that backwards?
Because you're Yoda, Manny. You are Yoda.
No, I've been reading too much manga and I read right to left.
Well, Johnny, I did feel like the crowd was missing something. It doesn't have that juice, man. Dynamite don't have that juice, man. They used to have something.
Missing something, man. It's missing something.
I feel like I'm drinking a Coke Zero whenever I'm fucking with Dynamite these days, where it just feels like, hey, what's missing here? Oh, the sugar. The sugar's good. Like, something is missing when you watch it. Like, I feel like someone who brings the show up, again, I'm gonna bring up Mox. Mox is on this other level of talking shit and promos, and his character's like, I'm ready for the prime time, while everybody else just feels like there's so beneath that. It's just
Yeah.
on a level below. And this is not me just talking shit. It just feels like that. Oh, he's brought everybody down.
And then MVP continues his collecting of black men by handing Ricochet a card.
And Ricochet looked at it and was like, ooh. Once you go, ooh, you may as well just do it.
You rejected it in WWE.
Yeah. Now you're just going to take it? Just like you took Samantha Irvin from me, you bastard. Goddamn.
Unforgivable, Ricochet. Unforgivable.
It's a sin. It's a sin. You took her out of wrestling.
Speaking of sins, Lance Archer and Brian Cage versus somebody.
Okay. Manny, what do you think I found as the funniest thing about this segment? Just go ahead.
This is ticker for me because I did not pay attention to it.
Ah, man. All right. I'm going to run it down for you. Did they not? Well, the funniest part about this segment.
They didn't get a nameplate. I thought he was fighting 2 Jimmy Fly Snookers at one point.
No, it looked like Ultimate Warrior in camo gear. Like if Ultimate Warrior was ready for War Games. He decided to put the war paint on. I don't know who the fuck these guys were. 2, I laughed at the Murder Hawk because he changed his look back to he back to wearing braids. Because last week he didn't have the braids in and people were making fun of him trying to look like Timu or Wish version of Drew McIntyre, whichever version you prefer.
I wouldn't even go as far as to say Timu Drew McIntyre. Do you know who I'd go far as back to say?
Ooh.
1995 Crush.
Well, how dare you, Manny? At least give him 1994 Adam Bomb.
Nah, he didn't look like he can't be Adam Bomb. Adam Bomb's too iconic. He can be Crush.
You can't call Adam Bomb iconic.
He is. More people remember Adam Bomb than Crush.
Put it in a poll somewhere. I don't know. I think it's a tough. Shit, that's tough. That's a tough question. But I miss wrestlers like Adam Bomb and Crush. It's just bad. Look like they could be something though. Adam Bomb. I had a lot of stock in Adam Bomb until I saw Adam Bomb like a third time. A third time watching the wrestler, I go, right, I think he's nothing. I think this is gonna come and go. This is me as a kid, not doing this as an analyst, just me looking, going, all right. It's a silly name. I get it. Nuclear Bomb, Adam Bomb. All right, I get it. And then after like the third or fourth time, there was something that clicked. That I was like, oh, he's kind of terrible. I think he's bad. Crush right away. Crush was an instant. That's a no for me.
It's
a kid.
It's a repackaging of Crush which made me laugh because first he was this mullet and then orange, yellow, purple.
Orange, yeah. He looked like a the Kona from Hawaii. Is what they called him.
And then he became a laborer, essentially. What he became a goon, basically what he was. But he was always dressed like he was going to work at the quarry or whatever.
Yeah. Wait. That was after though. That was after Demolition Crush, right?
Yeah. Remember when he started teaming with Yoko and Owen?
Yeah.
That version of Crush.
I knew Crush was lame. He was the first person I seen go through multiple gimmicks and realize nothing's gonna work. Nothing's gonna work. It's over. He's done. What were we?
So Lance Archer, Brian Cage versus the 2 mystery men.
Oh yeah, that happened. They beat their ass. These 2 guys who ain't never beat nobody in a real match. I'm concerned for the Gates of Agony though.
I still consider this ticker, but you may want to touch on it. Chris Jericho versus Mark Briscoe ladder war. No?
I think
Okay,
what I
we'll
want
move
to
on.
say about it.
Jericho wins. Jericho wins the ROH title. Ishii returns after the match and stares him down. But when I've actually seen in person how tall this man is, I ain't afraid of Ishii. I mean, he probably suplexed me to eternity. But
I think you can take him, Eddie. He won't sell you for a little bit, but he'll get tired. He always gets
20
tired.
or drop.
Yeah, Mark Briscoe basically killed himself in this match, running around, jumping through stuff for Jericho, and then interference that could have happened a lot earlier took place. Jericho's the Ring of Honor champion. He's the Nueve, and I think no one cared. I would say 900% of the world don't care.
No one really cares. I don't care.
Just like if you don't care, then we don't care. roll it. That's what this match belonged back in 2000 and whatever Limp Bizkit.
What was it? Actually, before we move on, Johnny Autism Wrestling said, we're just going to call him Johnny. That name is too long. The ladder match was the only good match of the night. The dark match, my friend was in it. Manny Lemons. Oh, that's a wicked name.
That's a good name.
And QT Marshall.
He's still here.
QT's still wrestling.
Get it, QT. Get it. You would think he'd been out there in the phone with the people, the rest of the jobbers out there waiting for Mox and the Blackpool Combat Club.
Adam Cole comes out. The Undisputed Kingdom also come out. They reunite with Adam Cole to take out MJF together. Roddy says he wants Max first. Adam calls out MJF, but once again he appears on location getting a massage. MJF says he won't get his hands on him because he declares he will face one of them at Full Gear. The first person to get the 3 wins. We're doing this again. MJF, no.
So, Manny, I know you said it out loud, and I know we know he's doing it again. But what is he actually fucking doing? I mean, like, what is going on? This storyline is so off the rails, and I don't understand. So, if you beat any 3 people, you get to fight MJF, or how does it work?
The first of 3 wins, you get. So I'm assuming because
they fight each other.
Roddy wants to face him, and Adam Cole wants to face him. So they have to have 3 matches and win 3 to face him. The first one to beat 3 people win.
Any 3 people.
Any 3 people.
So if I decide to fight Queen Aminata 3 times.
Well, first of all, if you're in a group, Marcus, so say you see those 2 bums, Matt Taven and the other one. I tell him lay down. We're gonna have a fight tonight. You lay down. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you lay down again. 1, 2, 3, and then I'll face one of you again. 1, 2, 3. Done.
Yeah. MJ was like, you would never get a match with me, but also he was like, beat any 3 people, you can fight me. He didn't give names. He didn't say I'm picking the people. It could be anybody, like you said. Lay down for me, Taven. Lay down for me, Bennett. Lay down for me, Wardlow, because you're a part of this group, and don't act like you're not.
There's also ticker material. Whatever's going on between Penelope Ford and Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, that happened. There was dual promos.
So the next match was a reminder that these people would still work here. Was the House of Black versus some dudes.
This was show up or you're fired match. So I want to give a strike to the House of Black for showing up, but more importantly, I want to give a strike to Buddy Matthews for first of all, I said his name Matthews. I normally say Murphy, but Buddy Matthews they were rolling. They had great offense going. They almost had a flawless victory, and then that guy landed a shot on Buddy and kind of staggered him, and I was like, Buddy. And then Malachi immediately tagged himself in. It was like, all right, we're making quick work of this.
Well,
Buddy let them get 1 offensive attack on him. For what, Buddy? Why?
See, you may give him a strike, but then I'm taking it back for something he did to Adam Cole. So he calls out Adam Cole next week. Adam Cole wants to speak to him backstage at why he called him out. He said, because I want to prove 1 point. And he's like, what's that? That you're fragile.
You're fragile.
You're mentally and physically fragile.
And my favorite thing, they did a spin around shot of Adam Cole going, oh. He knew my secret. I'm built like a child. By the way, shout out to Pablo. I hope he was the one with the tattoos. So I was like, this guy thinks he's going to be something one day. The rest of them look like bums.
Does that mean I'm going to be something one day, Marcus?
No.
Oh.
But although you are somebody, Manny, Mina Shirakawa liked your post.
I know, right? Highlight of my day yesterday.
He's like, yes, she's thinking about me.
She loves me.
Enter Stalker Manny.
Kamille takes on Queen Aminata. This was okay.
Ass backwards, Manny. I don't have a problem with the match.
Yeah.
But Queen Aminata already fought the boss. Or
Yeah.
no pun intended. I did not intend that.
And she had a way better match than this one.
Yeah, she already fought the champ. Why she fight the champ's goon now? I feel like booking works the other way. You fight the goon first to get to the boss. But
and then Statlander fights off Kamille and Mercedes until they get the advantage and put her down. Then we get the Kip Sabian Christian nonsense. It continues. Hook says the scumbags in the ring are the ones that attacked his dad. Kip Sabian helps out Christian when Hook goes in to attack everyone. He tells Kip he knows what he's been doing and why he's been doing it. He will deal with him later. Christian and Nick Wayne take out Hook, and then they all leave together. You don't have to make comment if you don't need to.
Very well. Moving on.
My client has decided not to comment on this.
Yeah, don't testify, Your Honor. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? I've been asking this question for weeks. What's going on, Kip Sabian? And then this is the answer I get. Call me daddy.
Daniel Garcia and Private Party take on Jack Perry and the Young Bucks.
This ain't no main event.
Matt Jackson gets pinned by Isaiah Cassidy, so I guess, Marcus, the Private Party have something to claim they did for another 5 years.
Yeah, and I just looked at all 6 people in the ring at one point, and I was on the phone with Ryan, and then I was also on the phone with Eric, who called at the same time, and I said, we can't make no money with this. And Eric said, oh, I wasn't watching it. What's going on? And he's like, oh, he turned to Dynamite. Oh, you can't make no money with this.
And then because of that, they want a rematch, claiming that they have their number. But Marcus, they beat them in a trios match, not a tag team match, a trios match. But to get them to agree on the match, they put their tag team credentials on the line. If they lose, they're done. And the Bucks agree. I don't even care.
No. Let's move on. This is 5 years in the making, I guess, but just move on.
But the BCC set up a ruse with Marina Shafir coming out of the car. And then Private Party,
anyway.
the BCC take out Private Party and Dan Garcia in the ring. Moxley takes out Chuck Taylor. Claudio puts it. Wheeler puts his ankle in the chair, saying that his career has ended because of the ankle. But Claudio decides, nah, that's not enough.
Nah, put it on his neck.
Put it on his neck and then stomps it. Orange Cassidy was too slow to make the save.
He's just a step behind because Maria Shafir with the diversion. She got him. She pulled all those bumps out there. Oh, I would like to add this. I like the plan. I like Maria Shafir showing up in the car because it was like, oh, there she is. But also, I want to say, I don't give a fuck about no Chucky T. They foreshadowed this earlier in the show where Chucky was in the back. I guess that's one of the agents.
No, there wasn't even that. So Mox opened the show. He said someone will have a little piece of them destroyed forever for their own good and for the greater good.
Yeah, but it can't be Chucky T. He already retired.
I think the idea was to get you because it needs Orange Cassidy to be the one that steps up.
Yeah, I got that with the dramatic looks of Orange Cassidy of But I don't want to see Mox whoop Orange Cassidy's ass. I just think this nothing personal against Orange. He had a hell of a 2022. When he was the All Atlantic or whatever it was called at that one point title. Yeah. Whenever he was that. But he ain't on that level. He ain't no main eventer. This storyline needs a main eventer. And I was trying to think who on that roster who I'll be like, oh, this works. Because Danny Garcia in the middle of this don't work. The Orange Cassidy don't work. Darby kind of works, but then not really. It just the one person they could have used. Maybe if they brought Adam Cole back as a face, and we're gonna bring a little motherfucker to fight this group, they could have used Adam Cole. It could have went away from this MJF shit. Would have worked.
I don't believe I don't believe Adam Cole should be the one fighting for AEW. So AEW was a bit all over the place for me.
Yeah. This is interesting. During this match, I had to use the restroom, so security said they could not let me go back to my seat until the match is over. Why not? What is this, basketball? Moxie Group snuck back anyway. He snuck back to his seat anyway. Why not? If I can't go, I had to take a piss. And then it was none better piss break than Private Party and Danny Garcia versus Young Bucks.
The main event.
Yes. That is a piss break. Because I know I got a Rampage to go. I got a Rampage after.
To be fair, I would never stay for Rampage. You gotta tape that shit before the show, because I ain't staying for Rampage.
I'm beating the traffic. Once I find out what the main event is, I beat the traffic. I see the rest of the night. But like you said, Dynamite, it has a formula to it. Mox goes and says some shit. You're intrigued. He says it on the truck or in some weird way. And you're intrigued about, okay, this show may start crazy. You know, they start with that little war. Yes, it's a bunch of jobbers, but I was curious to see them pull up on them and be like, bet, I kick all y'all asses. And I want to see him do it. I want to see him take out Evil Uno, who I guess thinks he's Mankind with his shirt and tie.
Yeah, but do you know what I need? I need clarification what happened to Johnny Hungy when he ran after that truck.
Man, you don't want to see a man get tired after going up that hill. It was a hill. He probably went, ooh. I'm done.
Yeah, but I know for a fact he's got better cardio than all of us.
Of course. I would have been tired before they cut away. Be like, all right, you gone. He gone. Woo! That car was moving fast.
I left before Rampage. My friend was in the match, and that's all I cared about. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. If you told me outside of the mock stuff that this show they tore up the script before the show, I would have believed you.
Yeah, my highlights of the show were all the old WWE guys, basically Shelton Benjamin and John Moxley. Moxley cuts a promo. He sounds crazy and menacing and has a plan. Shelton Benjamin whoops ass.
So moving on. We've got NXT, which, did you know tonight NXT was sponsored by Black.com?
I thought you were going to use a real sponsor. I know you were going to go Black.
So it leads off with Damage Control versus Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. But speaking of Damage Control,
yes,
you know the comment Carlito made? Some people in WWE are a bit iffy about it, but then Fightful released that what was it? EO and Kyrie were like, we just thought he was being stupid.
Yes, the point. It was the point. It was a non-offensive. I didn't think anything of it until after the show, when people was like, "Oh, people were uncomfortable with that comment." Carlito was playing it, and it was supposed to be like that. It was like that time Adam Cole a long time ago called Cedric Alexander, or it could have been vice versa, but he called him, I can kick your ass, ACH, any day of the week. And it was actually Cedric Alexander. And then the crowd started chanting that was racist. But he was like, fuck it, I'm an idiot. So like, it worked. It worked. To me, it worked. I don't know.
So, Marcus, this tag match was really fun because of the crowd. The crowd were all over it.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Until Piper and Chelsea gave everyone the business.
Yes! Has this ever happened?
Marcus,
has Chelsea ever dominated before? Because that was a dominating Chelsea Green.
I feel bad for EO. Or maybe I'm ashamed of EO and Kyrie for getting taken out by a diving crossbody. By Chelsea Green.
Hey, Chelsea Green in that outfit can take me out the diving crossbody any day of the week. And that's what EO was like. But you know what? I enjoyed the match. I thought it was what it was. And I am going to say it, Manny. I'm hyped up and I'm going to say it. Women's Tag Team Wrestling is back. I know it's never been here before.
It's never been here before.
And WWE has never cared about tag team wrestling in general. But this is the best in women's tag team. Things are heating up. You got Lash and Jakari.
I don't know where this quote's from, but they're definitely in territory they've never been in before right now.
Yes.
Tag wrestling.
I ain't never seen tagging like this before. Like, stuff to your heart. I ain't never seen no shit like this before. Because Chelsea and Piper, Lash and Jakari, the Snap, Cackle, and Pop, Liv and Raquel are teaming for whatever reasons. Probably the PFC is out there.
No, they ain't. They're done.
They're out there, man. They're out there.
They are done.
I got a telescope and I'm looking and I know they're out there somewhere. But it has so many women tag teams that I can just name off the jump, and I go, wow, he is taking this shit serious. I don't even know where all this is going, unless it's going to War Games, which is crazy. Or we may get a 505 Survivor Series women's match.
But also, Marcus, the other tag team that you failed to mention, Fatal Influence.
Yeah. I'll do all the entries at the same time.
Alan and JC have tag team moves. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
So Jada Parker takes on Tatum. Paxley Jada wins with relatively ease as Lola Vice is held back by refs and security. Wendy Cruz decides to choke out Tatum whilst all this madness is going on and shove her in a box.
You know, I started this show not remember NXT, but every time you bring up a segment, I remember something. And right away, the Wendy Chu kidnapping. Absolutely hilarious. I was like, and he threw her in the box and then just rolled her out. Where was security for this one? He just rolled her across.
So, we're going to have to ask Eric because I can't determine it this week. Lexus King talks to Charlie again.
Yep.
Even though he won his match clean, people are still doubting him. He then says him and Charlie have a lot of things in common. Technical wrestling prowess. I don't believe that. Great facial hair. I don't believe that either.
That's a stretch. That's a stretch.
And that they're just a couple of guys trying to figure it out. He is trying to figure out how people can stop looking at him like he's a loose cannon. He wants to win the cup to gain respect. Charlie accepts his challenge. Ren says all he needs to do is find a corner man. He's in the back talking to Dante Chen in one of the segments. Who's
it going to be, Manny? Is it going to be Aura?
Yeah, I think it might be Aura. Lexus asks Ava to force someone to be his corner man. She says no. He says nobody trusts him because they think he's just like him. And she wouldn't get it because everyone loves you guys. You Samoans. Everyone loves you, you Samoans.
Hold on, Manny. Everybody loves all the Samoans except for one. And that one is Ava.
No.
She's the least favorite Samoan.
No.
Oh, well, I mean, you know what? Though Jimmy Snuka, he's dead, man. Jimmy Snuka's dead. Don't put
Marcus,
Jimmy Snuka in this.
no, 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 no.
How? That's too many knots.
I rank Ava above at least one Samoan.
Oh,
Manu.
Manu. God damn it. I knew it. I forgot it. I always thinking about Manu, and we always do. So you brought nothing to the family, Manu. Nothing.
He is a disgrace to the family. Manu is a disgrace to the family.
Zillafon hasn't made it anywhere yet, but he's already overshadowed Manu by 1,000 years.
Marcus, I'm not even Samoan, but I think I've done more than Manu in this wrestling space.
If The Rock put the family tree up there again, Sami Zayn is above Manu on the tree. That's how far that is.
Lou Albano is probably higher for the contribution to the Samoan culture.
Oh man, Jesus.
Maybe, do you know what?
Well,
For a video, maybe we need to look at that family tree and rank the family tree.
Yeah. Somewhere I'm gonna ask Samoa Joe because he's no way he's not related to them. Can't be the only one.
So Nathan Frazier gets under the skin of the young OG Javon Evans, talking about him failing again. He gets a slap for it. Nathan angrily wants to put the titles on the line with Ava. Nathan Frazier's a bit of an idiot.
Yeah, I don't understand why he slapped him. And then you have Wesley who was just sitting in the corner. Ha ha ha, you a piece of shit. And then that's basically what he said. I don't even honestly remember what he said. He was just kind of the way like,
so he made it seem like he was the voice of reason in that segment. But then he turned into like, I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah. And Javon was like, why is everybody fucking with me?
CM Punk says as the corner man paying off the segment between them from a month ago. I think people have forgotten about that, Kane. I remember it, but I feel like most people would have forgotten about that because it's Lexus King.
It's a good choice because I believe the match is happening at the old ECW arena, right? Yeah. So.
I don't know.
Or is that Halloween Havoc? I don't remember.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure when that is. I think that's just next week. I think actually, yeah, it's just next week.
Isn't next week at the ECW arena, or that's the week after?
No, that's November, I think.
Oh.
When's the election?
Don't ask me that. I think it's November 3rd.
Yeah, it's sometime in November. Where are we? Obafemi versus Luca Crucifino. Rizzo seems to have been attacked backstage.
Oh no!
I saw this clip before I watched NXT. I sent it to you and I said this has Obafemi all over it. You know why? Because Obafemi likes to hit women. Well, at least to stand up to them and tell them where they belong. Not my words, it's Obafemi's actions.
When he did it, I felt like he did it until one scene, man. First of all, let's kill Lucas. He killed him. He killed him, man. The man had no intentions of having a clean match.
Him, and then he decides, I'm going to destroy the rest of them. So he takes up Stacks too.
Yes.
He puts Stacks through it. First, he ties Tony with cable ties to the turnbuckle.
He had a hard time with that. But he got it.
And then he puts Stacks through a table, and then he puts Luca Crucifino through a ladder.
Yeah. I mean, he gave him all the table ladder and scares right there. He was Obo was full of hell. That's how I know he attacked Rizzo. The man came in and attacked him. But they do suggest when he picked up your girl, Nikita Lyons, who was talking sassy in the back, and he picked up her robe, and they implied that they may be working together. I have never seen Jungle Fever the way I've seen it at this moment right here.
Well,
this was a match.
This also happened prior to it.
Oh, yes. Who
the fuck is she to be giving out life advice to these fools?
Yeah. First, they dug these two up. They ain't never getting in the ring again. They ain't never. But if they do, I need Nikita in their corner. She out there giving life advice, and then he picked up her robe. It was just too much. I died laughing at the way they looked at each other. I was like, did she beat up Rizzo?
She must have, because there was no other reason to have that jacket around.
Yeah. Well, he picked that up. I was like, oh shit.
Or Marcus, he just went through her closet and was just like, this is my perfect time to be like, I want to fuck you.
Yeah. Manny, are we about to get Obafemi, those ghouls, those terrible wrestlers, the masters of shoulder blocks, Nikita Lyons versus the Don and his family?
If we are, this may be worse than OTM. And I feel bad.
this might be the greatest match of all time.
And I generally start to feel bad for Obafemi and concerned.
If this match happens, Manny, I'm going to tell Kenny Omega and Okada, sit their ass down with all these stars. This is a classic right here. He gets some of this. He gets some of that.
Marcus would be like, hey, Dave, take the day off. I'll do the stuff.
I got the stars today. Oh, shit. OTM was on the show as well.
Huh?
OTM made the show as well this week.
Yeah, unfortunately. So Chase U stuff happened, Ticker. Ethan Page and Trick Williams.
Ticker just rolled off your tongue.
Huh?
The ticker just rolled off your tongue right there. Chase U, Ticker.
To be fair, Ethan Page and Trick Williams almost made the ticker too. I just, what were they talking about?
I don't remember a single thing. I remember Trick going, I am the champion player or something. And hold on. And yeah, Chick Willie ain't gonna lose. I honestly don't know what they were talking about.
I don't think Trick has it anymore. I think he's lost a little bit of that it factor he had.
He can't have the belt. He can't have it.
Yeah, I think he's just lost something of the it factor. Maybe it's because he's next to Ethan Page and Ethan Page can speak really well on the mic.
I just think they're bad for each other.
Yeah, I'm hoping Trick can win at Halloween Havoc and then move on to a decent thing where we can see something more out of him. I just feel like he's not. I feel like Ethan outshines him in this whole set.
I feel like they're just the same character. He's just a black version of him. He's black with the Page and he's white. What you call him?
Ethan ain't got the charisma of Trick. That's the only difference between them.
I don't know. I think they carry. I think they're about equal.
No,
in the ring and on the microphone. I don't think they elevate each other. For the love of God, bring Penta in.
Cora Jade and Roxanne talking in the back. They claim, well, Cora claims, two of the hottest free agents of 2024 have zero chance against the pillars of the NXT Women's Division. Fatal Influence say Julia and Stephanie don't deserve to be in NXT, just how Kalani don't deserve to be into champion. Kalani says...
Why Kalani's involved in this?
Yeah, Kalani says to the Mean Girls, they're nervous because they feel their control falling through their hands.
First of all, Kalani, what control have they had? These women are stuck in the minor leagues and they can't get caught up. They can't. They've been here forever, except for Jasmine Nix, who is a rookie. At this point, Fallon and JC are just two old ladies, or as Eric would call them, heifers, who have been down in the minors for years. And I think heifer is an appropriate word for Fallon, who comes out in her cow coat every week.
So, Ashanti tries to sweet talk Carmen Petrovic.
This isn't the ticker.
No, this could never be in the ticker.
Yeah, Trick and Ether makes ticker. This makes the show. Yeah, I agree though.
Till Soroka and Brunley trying to intervene, and she gets annoyed and walks off. This leads to a match between Soroka and Carmen Petrovic. Notice, we've remembered her name this week.
Why? She had the sword. She had an entrance.
But Ashanti was sitting with another blonde, which distracts her into the Soul Snatcher as he walks out with her. Notice the show was sponsored by Black.com.
So when you were originally talking about sponsor, I thought you were going to bring up the NASCAR driver who I think just was. I was like, why is this on the show? This ain't got no place on this black ass wrestling show. I'll be honest.
Nah, this show was just the lead up to porn.
Yeah. I mean, you got Oba and Nikita. You got everything Ashanti and Adonis is doing. But yeah, it's kind of what NXT is. I believe someone in the mid-card match would say NXT ain't shit before, man. It's on TV. It's just too much. Ass flying everywhere. The Latina didn't come out this week, huh?
She did.
Oh, no, she did. She did. Yeah, she made a save. Yeah.
OTM versus Hank and Tank. Also ticker stuff. But Lola dances with Hank and Tank. Made me sick.
Lola dances with her and a NASCAR driver, and yeah. I don't see any Puerto Ricans ever hanging out with a NASCAR driver. Just saying, just for a fact. I don't believe it's true.
I don't see her hanging out with Hank and Tank either.
By the way, I believe it was Statlander that had the worst outfit of the week with her cut out pockets in her pants. I don't understand that look whatsoever. But she cut the pockets out to reveal skin instead. And I was like,
yeah, but Bailey
I don't understand. No. Bailey did wear it differently. It wasn't jeans. Bailey wouldn't wear jeans. They were like cargo pants. And Bailey gets a pass.
I don't know what your problem is.
Because she's a Latina.
She ain't that right, Latina, though. She don't shake it. Whereas the other one shakes it all the time.
Yeah.
She declares it every week.
She declares it. In case you forgot.
Stephanie Vakir and Julia take on Fatal Influence. Stephanie and Julia win. Kalani takes out Jasmine Nix. JC spins the wheel and it ends on Spinner's choice. But the lights go out, Marcus.
Yeah.
It's Zarya, formerly known as Delta. She could have been known as United for all I know.
She could have been known as Spirit. Yeah. She could have been known as all the airlines.
Was it Southwest?
Yeah, Turkish.
JetBlue.
Turkish, Emirates, Virgin. He could have been all of them.
British Airways.
Yeah. She could have been out there. Soul Plane. It could have called her. Doesn't matter. She came out there at the end and it was like, oh, she's here next week. Oh, she's here tonight. She's going to make her debut at Halloween Havoc. So, but the women's division is NXT, to be honest. It was deep. They flexed their muscles on it. There wasn't much man on the show other than Open Femi killing people. And the other stuff is ticker material. But, yeah. If I were to title this, Black men and white women hook up. If I would title this episode.
Yeah.
Leave it ambiguous.
Yeah, but I would have just called this Black.
You called it Black Raw.
That's another website.
Oh. I'm not deep in the lore yet, man. I'm not into the spinoffs.
Look, see, I put the Raw logo on top of the actual logo, which is that.
I'm not deep into the Black lore. I haven't got to the spinoff of Raw yet.
It's on Netflix in December, in January.
Black Raw. Oh man, I hope Netflix when they get Raw, they fooled us all. They didn't get Raw. They got he put it on. Wait a minute, this ain't no damn wrestling. Oh, they are wrestling, but
what's up with Femi doing?
Oh. There's a lot more baby on here than I thought would be on the show.
Oh. But again, NXT had a lot of ticker stuff this week, but it was still a good show.
I had fun with NXT this week. Dynamite agitated me.
Yeah,
and Raw,
Dynamite made me sick this week. I just did not want to watch it. I just did not want to watch this at all.
Dynamite pissed me off too because you know how they do their normal overrun for no reason.
Yeah.
the way, this was what I wanted to bring up in the Dynamite situation. The Blackpool Combat Club did not show up until, I'm going to say, the show should have been over. They showed up in Overrun.
Yeah.
At that point, you think that crowd would have dispersed already. I guess they're not coming. Them lying sons of bitches got standing here for no reason. At that point, you got to realize, but no, they got Overrun time. Yeah, this Overrun cost me the beginning of the Clipper games, the opening of the arena, and Eddie was saying, yes, they lost, but that's okay. I'm actually okay with them losing this year. I don't expect much from the Los Angeles Clippers this year. We're not a championship contender team. We're not healthy.
Yeah, but
that's also every year.
Everyone's going to come at you in the comments.
I don't care, because you know what? The more they lose, the cheaper the prices for the arena. And the cheaper the price for the arena, the better seats I get in that arena. The better seats in the arena, the happier I am. I can see Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Or,
yeah, but doesn't that go against...
Victor Wembanyama. Or LeBron James. All at cheaper prices.
Doesn't this go against your roots of living up there in the nosebleeds?
I have left those people, Manny. I'm a thousandaire now.
Till he becomes a bum again and he's back there with the...
Look at him. Look who comes crawling back to us poor people. Getting checked for weapons multiple times for no reason just because I'm up there.
Is that what happens?
No. Manny has
like
never sat up there. Manny has never sat up there. By the way, speaking of which, we should have brought this up at the beginning of the show.
Though, I did sit up there. I did sit kind of up there for the Jets game.
Yeah. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It looks worse on TV.
No, the Jets game was fine to watch.
Yeah.
From up there. I don't know about basketball. I don't know about basketball. I don't know about wrestling or any other thing, anything in the ring that you. I just don't know. Boxing, UFC. I don't think it'd be good from up there.
But Manny, now it's time to talk about the nosebleeds. Now it's time to talk business here, and I would like to say, shame on you, WWE. Shame on you.
Is it WWE or is it Ticketmaster?
All of the above. I blame the world. I blame society for what we're doing to people these days. Why? Why is WrestleMania so goddamn expensive? Go to the pre-order thing. Eric has posted numerous photos online, outraged by the pricing.
He's actually posting like a Karen. He's actually posting like a Karen of this outrage.
But he's right. He's right. So, yesterday, when I was at this involuntary work thing, I had to go, which, you know, maybe go 6 days. These motherfuckers ain't running money. Anyway, no rant. I get a message from Eric and you talking about these prices are ridiculous. Then I get a message from a friend named Fred. These prices are ridiculous. Eric is getting a message from friends of his. Everybody's getting messages. You go online. Stephanie McMahon has posted about WrestleMania. You go into her comments. Oh, definitely you can't gouge out. You cut the Modern Family out. You guys, no one can afford this shit. These prices are ridiculous. And the 300 section is all the way up there. Even Sabu can't even see us from up there. Sting wouldn't even go up in those rafters. That's how high up we would be. You'd be watching the show from the helicopter.
Sting would need a winter coat from up there. It'd be that cold, close to the sky.
Yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to be up there. And I just think that the average fan doesn't deserve this. I'm sure it's going to be cheaper as time goes on, but it's ridiculous. It's too expensive.
Well,
it's too expensive.
I told the boys I'd rather go on holiday. Look at this holiday. Look at this.
It looks like CGI.
No, it's real, bro.
Not real. It can't be. It looks like out of space.
No, so
it's like you're going to a Star Wars movie. It's like going to Boo.
Someone at my work job said
it does only. Oh,
it's
shit.
Like
Epstein Island.
It's like the Maldives of Europe. I was like, ooh, the Maldives of Europe, and I was like, let me click on these pictures. I'm like, oh, I want some of this.
Yeah, But outrageous WrestleMania. Used to be a. Why do people always call me when I'm on doing this? The one time not available.
Yeah, so you do what I do.
It's outrageous.
During the show.
Huh?
I put myself on Do Not Disturb during the show.
Oh, well. Yeah, that's a valid point. You're right. I have no argument against that.
The only time it's not on Do Not Disturb is during the watch-alongs, because I can't be away for that long. There is no other news.
But anger runs through me about wrestling.
But yeah, I mean, we joke about get Manny to WrestleMania as a donation, but yeah, man, that is too expensive.
Yeah, get the regulars, get the Americans there. Didn't realize this would be a problem.
I ain't doing the watch along with the B squad.
You can come on, Manny. Come on. It has to happen. Besides, we're going to get 700,000 subscribers on that week. Rhea Ripley is going to paint her toes or some shit. And Manny's going to post a short. And it's going to get 1 million subscribers. Right? Some nonsense that Rhea does. It's just some bullshit. Rhea mops the floor. We all know what happens in WrestleMania season. Our subscribers go up for no reason. Views are back. Right now we're in the toilet. But just like that snake living in that sewer, we're going to come up and bite you in the ass one day.
So, yeah, by the way, if you've made it this far, and I'm talking to you, Jimmy, you, Kane, El Luchador, the Cup, the final boss, not The Rock, the other one, the not so final boss. Those two have
Johnny
been me recently. Johnny
Wrestling. The new Johnny. The Johnny that commented all through the show.
If you missed the show, leave us some comments. I mean, it's nice to respond to you.
Yeah. It just, and it helps the show. It helps the algorithm. Hit like, subscribe, comment. But you leave a comment. Don't let us feel like we're right all the time. It goes to our head. Because we're probably wrong. I'm probably wrong about my opinions on Crush and Adam Bomb.
Half the time. I know I'm half the wrong, and I'm just doing it to make you laugh.
Manny, you've been watching way too much Dutch Mantel. Manny when he looks in the mirror sees himself as Dutch Mantel. I look at myself and I see Vince Russo every day.
No, because you don't say bro enough. You don't have a word. You don't have a go-to word to fall on.
Shit. I can start, bro.
You know who I think you might be?
Who?
Stevie Richards.
Nah, my voice isn't raspy enough for that. But also,
so we've got really bad podcasts we could follow. You could be Jeff Jarrett if you wanted to. You could be You could be.
I already know who I am. Nope, I know who I am. And you may say, no, that's too high for you. You could be Maven. But I know who I am. Manny, believe it or not, I am the Undertaker. You want to know why?
Because you won't shut the fuck up.
Yes! I can't help myself. I gotta talk. I just can't stop.
No, but I'm the same. I'm the same.
So you're Kane?
No, but I'm normally cut off. When I'm in the middle of a point, especially on Saturday, Eric normally cuts me off, and then I forget where I'm going with whatever point I had when he comes back to me.
Yeah, that's 90% of what Saturday is. Just I'm like cake. What?
I know,
we're all cut off.
But Dutch Mantel, that's pushing it. I'm telling you now, that man has the most impressive mustache in wrestling.
Yeah. It's got a point. Oh. But yeah, you know what? Put in the comments what famous old bitter wrestling podcast you think you are. I like to think as a team we're Conan and Disco Inferno, but whatever.
I know who Eric is.
Kevin Nash?
Conrad.
Ooh, no, I wouldn't do that to anybody. Fuck
He's
Conrad. I don't like Conrad though.
He's the opposite of Conrad because Conrad is passionate about anything but WWE, whereas Eric is passionate about everything WWE but he's passionate about WWE and nothing else.
No, Eric is passionate about hating AEW.
So he could be Bischoff.
Bischoff is over the top. Of all the ones, his is too much. Like, even Cornette shows leeway. Bischoff comes on. Did you see them this week? They use an apron on their ramp. Absolutely disgusted. I would have never done that. Just absolutely ridiculous. Tony Khan doesn't know anything about business. They're sponsored by DraftKings. That's disgusting. They got that DC shit all over the ring. We never did that. Yeah, we had Slim Jim on there one time, but we never did that. And Tony Khan squandering the money. This company's going to be out of business in a week. That's Bischoff every single week. Where you go, goddamn, Eric? Why?
Eric is Bischoff.
Eric is Bischoff.
The problem I have with, do you know what the problem I have with Bischoff? And I don't make a habit of listening to him. Is whenever the thumbnail appears on the feed, I might click on it. Is he comes at it with some facts, but like they don't apply to today.
No.
Like the metrics have changed since 1999.
The man, as impressive as it was, he beat Vince McMahon for 83 weeks, but he's been living off of that.
Yeah,
he ain't got shit else. He's been falling down.
It's like the Private Party living off that Young Bucks win from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So, but like, there was a time when 9 million people were watching each, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So let's round up. 20 million people on a Monday was watching wrestling. The numbers have dwindled since then. Since more ways to watch things have occurred.
Yeah, we're at 1 million now. We're scraping 1 million.
You're barely getting 2 million at best for WWE. So what makes you think Bischoff is talking like he can still draw 10 million?
Yeah. If you can still draw 10 million, go ahead and do it. You ain't doing shit.
In 2024.
And I feel like Vince Russo's the most delusional of the bunch. Like, he's got to be the most. We got to tier these podcasts. We got to go through the tier.
Yeah, we will. I think that's a good video, to be honest. But, see, everything anyone has said about Russo makes you go, why the fuck is he talking so much like he's done something in wrestling? Yeah. He got lucky.
He got lucky at the hottest time in the world that he had the best characters in the world, and Vince McMahon is the prime of his creativity.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. When you realize how much of an idiot Russo is by listening to his podcast, when he'll say one thing, you go like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah, because when he made that jump to WCW, you could tell how shit he was by the way that thing just dropped.
Yeah. Also, my favorite point in WCW. It's not better than watching this that time because it's just like, this is terrible.
Not to hate on AEW, but without the Big Bang Theory lead-in, numbers noodle pretty hard. Yeah, they're on NXT numbers right now.
Yeah, NXT's whooping their ass right now. It's just bad. It's bad. NXT isn't doing like gangbusters, but at the current moment, they're whooping their ass.
Yeah. So, do you know what? The next time they go to head-to-head, it'll be interesting. So the day after Election Day in America, it would be interesting as they go head-to-head. And I know they're going to stack the ECW arena show. You just know they are.
Oh yeah, Paul Heyman's gonna be on that show, Eddie.
Undertaker's going to be on that show. Watch. He ain't tied up. He ain't tied up. He ain't tied up with Mr. Trump anymore.
Did you know Donald Trump once went to the ECW arena? I read that so.
What?
Yeah, one of his campaign, one of his rallies, he went there, and they covered up the Sandman's Hall of Fame picture. Like the Sandman ain't a perfect endorsement for Trump.
Yeah, it's those people in the South.
But yeah, one day we will rank the tiers of all the wrestling podcasts out there.
Yeah, we'd have to put us on that tier list, Marcus. I don't middle.
I'll put this at the top, Manny. Fuck that.
I would like.
It's not about hate. It's not hate. It's just
I would like to put us on the top, but I don't think we're at the top.
We're at the top, Manny. Fuck it. The only way we're making a list, you put yourself at the top. In fact, it's called the Sharpshooters Untitled Manny and Marcus Award. We give a fuck. Yeah, I got no shame. No shame.
Yeah, so we'll eventually do that. The other video idea is rank the Samoans in wrestling. Maybe or rank the Anawahi family, because ranking all the Samoans would be tough.
Does Naomi count?
Yeah, she's part of the Anawahi family. She's by marriage.
She's the part of that blood cousin handshake of the Fatus.
Because technically, Rocky Johnson is on this list too.
Yeah, but no other Johnson is on this list. The Rock's number one on that list. That's the end of the list, right? He got to go number one. The Rock goes number one, right?
No.
He has to be number one. He's the biggest. He's one of the biggest stars in the world.
He is, but Marcus, he's also failed more times than anyone.
Ooh, I had a question. I thought I was gonna say it for Saturday, but fuck it. So you know how Donald Trump showed up on the Undertaker's podcast or whatever political say. It's not about that. And then he was like, "Oh, you can side with me or Dave Batista or some shit." Who's the biggest star? Undertaker or Dave Batista? It's got to be Batista, right? Worldwide, that's known. I think it's tough. Of the movies.
It's tough because Undertaker's known quite well if you're old. If you're old, like millennial and older, you will know who the Undertaker is, just because wrestling was in that boom period where people would know characters. Like people know the Macho Man, people know Hulk Hogan, they know the Undertaker and a few others from that era. So I think people will know the Undertaker more because I don't think they'll know Batista the wrestler. They know Dave Batista the actor more.
Yeah, but I think that I would go with that. That counts. That goes into. I'm just talking about in general. I think Batista
are you saying people know more or has a bet?
Who's the more famous person? If they were walking down the street and those two guys were walking down the street on opposite ends, and people go, "Oh my God, that's Dave Batista," or they go, "Oh my God, it's the Undertaker," who would get more to like? I need the crowd to run up on him.
I think Batista now because he's Hollywood.
I think so too.
And he's a generally nice guy.
Yeah, but I thought that question, it dawned on me. I would probably, even though, I'll probably be like, "Oh shit, it's the Undertaker." I'll probably be like, "The Undertaker."
There's a video out there, and I think Batista's doing an interview where he's playing with puppies.
Oh.
And it's the most delightful video ever. Batista is in the Marvel universe. He wins hands down. That's true.
It's true. I think Batista will get recognized more than 90% of. I think he might be the most second famous wrestler of all time because of the fucking movies, because of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nah,
and everything like that.
no.
He's got to be second.
If you put Rock number one,
yeah,
I think you have to put Hogan 2.
Ooh. You think Hogan goes? I think Hogan is now more infamous at this point.
No, Hogan. I think you have to put Hogan number 2.
But hold on. Did you count Vince?
No. He is a wrestler.
He had just as many matches as some of these people.
Yeah, no, but I don't put Vince there.
All right, so if you were to put Let's just go into 4 quarters. I'll put 4. The Rock, Batista, Undertaker. Maybe it's 5. I'll put Steve Austin in there just for fun. Steve Austin and Vince McMahon in the streets. Who do you think is going to get the bigger crowd when people go, "Oh my God"?
You have to you have to take out the Rock, because I think if you see the Rock, everyone's going over to the Rock.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, he's out. All right.
So who's left? You've got Steve Austin,
Vince McMahon,
Batista,
The Undertaker,
Vince McMahon,
and
Batista. No one's going near Vince McMahon unless you want to.
Oh, I guess we throw Hogan in there too. The niggas ain't going there. Hogan ain't going there.
Black people ain't going towards Hogan.
I think Hogan lose because of that.
But the whites will. Old millennial and older, Gen X will go to Hogan.
I think the Gen Zs will be like, nah. I think Gen Zs will have a power room. No. Like, we can't go over there, bro. I cancel that motherfucker.
I'm gonna argue with you on this. Do you remember whatever it was recently where he appeared at that Republican Party thing? And he tore the shirt, and he was all for Donald Trump when he was doing it, when he was saying he is allegiant with Trump. He riled that crowd up like it was 1985. Like Hulkamania was still running wild.
It don't take much to round that crowd up, man. And you could have come out there in a MAGA shirt and just start talking about fucking Man United and say Donald Trump.
No. I would not have been able to rile them up because do you know why, Marcus? I may be ambiguous, but I don't look like them.
Not like us. Not like
This does sound like a tangent episode, and it probably will come out in a couple of Fridays.
Yeah, why not?
But yeah, I think I feel like if you were to divide that crowd, I reckon about 40% of them would go to Hogan.
40%. So you saying? So we took the Rock out, and then the 60% is between. So you're leaving 30%.
60% remaining would go between Batista, The Undertaker, and Vince McMahon. I think 3%. I made this more difficult by saying 3%.
We about to Steiner math in a minute. 33 in the third.
I think 3% of those people will see Vince McMahon.
Okay.
And then 17.
Ooh! I don't know how we forgot about him.
Yeah,
we
leave it currently.
Know what the problem is? We wouldn't be able to see him. We can't see him.
17% will see The Undertaker, which leaves what if that's 20%. So the remaining 40% will go see Batista. I think. Because he's a movie star. So 40, and then 17 to Undertaker, and then 3% to Vince.
Yeah. If you throw John Cena in there, I think he swallows up Batista.
You throw John Cena in there, I think
he beats Batista.
He beats Batista, but I think you split the 40%. I think maybe Undertaker gets 7 if you put John Cena in there, and then you add. Oh, this is more difficult. Randy? Oh,
Randy?
No, Randy.
Randy will get recognized, but I don't think he's on the level of like Batista, Cena, Rock, and Vince.
Randy got an N-word pass. The blacks are going to Randy. If they ain't going to Hogan, they're going to Randy.
They gotta go somewhere. The blacks are gotta go somewhere.
You see the rappers when they go backstage, they always see Randy.
All right, that's it. I think an episode we need to do the top 10 or top 20 most famous wrestlers of all time. We gotta come up with our own list.
Yeah, when do you want to record?
Cause you got Piper and Flair. They had some moments.
Yeah.
Piper is probably about 22 on the list, but he can still get there. I'm sure he's ahead of Bret Hart.
Yeah, Bret Hart was kind of boring though, wasn't he?
Bret Hart don't have much. Like Bret Hart is known in wrestling and wrestling only.
Yeah. Well, he was in The Simpsons, but
Yeah. Savage comes in strong. I think Savage will come in stronger than he should.
Savage should be top 5, I think.
Ooh. I don't know if I can get him in the top 5, but Savage will be. He in the top.
Savage should be top. Savage should be quite high because a lot of people would remember Savage.
Yeah.
He put Slim Jims on the map.
He did. And, man, he has Spider-Man. His Bonesaw.
Oh, yeah. Sting, Ric Flair.
I think Sting would not fall in the top 20. I feel like he's wrestling famous.
Maybe people confuse him with the Crow.
You're not. I forget Bruce Lee's son today. Something Lee.
Brandon
Brandon Lee.
Lee.
Yeah.
I was about to say Marlon Brando, by the way.
David
No!
Arquette.
No!
I don't think he makes top 20. I think Goldberg actually has David Arquette beat. Oh, Lesnar
Goldberg.
too.
Goldberg would be in the bottom 15 to 20.
Yeah.
I think.
Lesnar's in that list too. UFC champion Lesnar.
Yeah, but Lesnar's down there's a freak. He'd be top 10 easily.
I don't know if he's top 10. Maybe top 12. I think he falls just out of the top 10. But he's close.
This is a hard list because like you can look at wrestling at multiple ways. Who made the most money? Who did the most memorable? Who's the most memorable as a wrestler? Or just
Yeah,
who's
this is
the
most
most well known?
famous.
Yeah.
It's most famous. Most famous. Rock easily wins, but Jeff Hardy is loved. I think Jeff Hardy actually, honestly, if we were voting and you put Jeff Hardy on that fucking list, Jeff Hardy might win this fucking thing because you don't know how many people love some Jeff Hardy.
Everyone loves Jeff Hardy. He's like the
Everybody
guy- he's the family member that you go. He's a complete screw up, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah. He's the one where it's like, oh yeah, yeah, he has a drug problem and all that other shit, but good hang. Good hang.
Yeah, he is. Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy is high on that list. He might be over Macho Man.
I can't.
Everybody knows Jeff Hardy.
I can't. The Ultimate Warrior, I think, would be on this list. Unfortunately, the Ultimate Warrior might be on this list.
He might, but I think he falls off. I think people think he died in 1982 or some shit.
Joe Hendry.
His song is popular, but I don't think it's not this famous. This is next level.
I feel like he's kind of fizzled out recently as well. Now that he's not messing around with NXT, he feels like he's fizzled out for me.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we can conclude the show. We bring this up on Saturday with Eric, and let's see his top. Let's see if Eric. I will give Eric time. In fact, I think Shantae will be the ultimate person, his wife, because she's not really into wrestling.
I mean, it's a separate video.
I think Turnless will be definitive because she is the casual of casuals.
I don't think we do top 20 though. I think we do top 10 because this could go on forever.
Yeah.
And then we can have like 5 honorable mentions or something like that. Or no, 2
I think
honorable mentions.
I think we should do a tier list. We introduce the wrestler, and then you have to put them where they're at, and then you have to bump people down. Simple as that. Like, oh no, I have to put Lesnar over, whatever, over Randy Orton for whatever reason.
The tier list makes sense because we're not going to have everyone. Not everyone is going to be on the same list.
Yeah. We need the voice of the casuals. That's her new name, the voice of the casuals. She's not even a casual. She's just what's going on over there? Yeah.
I think.
I look out the window person. It's just like, what the fuck's going on over there? What's Darby at?
I think CM Punk goes quite high on this list, you know.
He might. I think he's pretty high, but I don't think he's definitely not top 10.
Also, Marcus. So, Kane's mentioned David Arquette. But I think I know someone that might be a little bit higher.
The King?
Stephen Amell. He did a show about wrestling. He's had a match with Stardust. lost.
You know what? Fuck that. I'll put Mickey Rourke higher. If we're doing Stephen Amell, Mickey Rourke's in there.
No.
Randy the Ram! Randy the Ram! Ram jail, baby.
I remember that man dying. He was dying the whole way through that film.
Oh shit.
But we've taken this too far.
Yeah.
If you want to buy some merch, you know, like these lovely people here, Jen and Diamond Dallas Jimmy, who we haven't heard of from like in 2 weeks, I think, maybe a week.
Jimmy was on, I think, last week.
Yeah, last week.
I remember Jen in a long time.
We've got that guy on the right and Rupee.
The guy on the right, equally as famous as John Cena.
Am I? Yeah, that guy on the right.
Oh, I can't wait to the Manny Scandal documentary. They use this photo like 20 times.
Oh, the scandal video.
Everybody get a scandal video if you're famous.
Jamal.
Hey, there we go.
Jamal has merch, but he hasn't sent in pictures. He's the only one that's bought the hoodie.
Jamal, other than The Rock, who do you have as the most famous wrestler of all time?
And it can't be an indie guy that no one's ever heard of.
Yeah, don't you dare put Antonio Inoki. Don't you dare put anything like that.
Oh, Marcus, I just realized.
Ooh.
It's Hogan. Told you.
I think he's been surpassed by people.
With the PWI 250, the highest person I've met was Mia Yumashka at 19.
Ooh.
However, the picture with Mina has taken me up to number 16.
Well, the PWI man, Zack Sabre Jr. has you what? Number like at least top 20.
Yeah.
So in pictures, wrestlers with pictures I have, no one's ever gonna top Kurt Angle. Switch.
So, I could technically this weekend do the exact same thing I did last weekend, and I could go see Kenta, but I don't want to.
There it is. Jordan Grace.
Because Marcus Hideo Hitami was a piece of shit.
It's Jimmy! There it is.
That list is going to be interesting because I feel like you would have
No.
separately.
No cameos. Cameos don't matter. Cameos don't count. Bad Bunny's a cameo.
Bad Bunny isn't
Now
a
Logan
cameo,
Paul. Logan Paul is a different beast.
Cameo isn't. Bad Bunny isn't a cameo at this point.
He has 2 matches. Maybe 3 because of a Rumble. Yeah, he has 3. That's not real. You got at least got 10 matches under your belt.
Marcus, you do a Canadian Destroyer, you're a wrestler. I think that's the criteria these days.
And also, Manny, I don't want anybody out there sleeping on the Bellas. Don't sleeping on the Bellas. They're pretty fucking famous.
Are they?
They are.
Are they?
They are. People watch that Total Diva shit and the Total Bella shit. Never watch a moment
Where
of
have you
wrestling.
been? Are you good?
Snoop and Bad Bunny, they're all cameos. They don't count. Snoop hasn't even had a match. Pee Wee Herman. Shit don't count. RoboCop. That shit don't count.
Marcus, you know what? We joke. I joke about the NWO coming out at WrestleMania 31, but I think RoboCop is still making his entrance. He's only from 19 wherever. That thing was so slow.
Yeah, honestly, I wish at Halloween Havoc they bring back RoboCop. Timmy's just stuck working, Manny.
I'm going to catch up on next week's episode while I'm on vacation. Jimmy, I don't think you should spend your vacation watching us bums. Go and join yourself.
You did, but Jamal, you see, the way me, Eric, and a few other people watch it, I watch Total Divas mostly to see backstage to see, oh my God, there's Sheamus, and they haven't censored out. And shit like that. That shit always make me laugh. When it's clear that's Damian Sandow or Elias or some shit.
I think I've watched like maybe 2 episodes of Total Divas. And the one episode was Natty. And I think it was dramatically emphasized or like
embellished.
I think she thought she had taken something, and then accidentally crashed her car so she didn't have to take the test.
What?
Yeah. And Naomi just found it funny.
That sounds accurate. Yep, so that's going to be a segment at one point. I wouldn't mind seeing everybody's list. Leave your list in the comments of you think is your most famous wrestlers of all time.
Yeah, actually, leave your list in the comments when this video is over. Because then we can reference that when we do the actual video. That makes more sense. Or if you don't want to leave a comment, send an email to theshopjuice@gmail.com.
Yeah, and Manny, you can also do one of those polls you put up. You don't have to put names, but just put who's the most famous wrestler. Just put a picture of a random picture you can steal a line of all these wrestlers, and then just leave it in the comments, and then we'll see. We'll just try to figure it out. The most famous, The Rock wins, but it's clearly like a strong number 2. It might be Hogan. I hope not.
I love Summer Rae.
You're 40. Slapped it.
Yeah, Summer Rae is actually like one of my favorite characters ever. in the women's division.
I'm going to tell you this. My favorite thing about Summer Rae, and this is 100%. Summer Rae replacing the other lady that can actually dance, and Summer Rae not being able to dance for Fandango. It's the funniest shit ever, and I loved it.
Summer Rae was just ridiculous, but like I got it. And when she came back and just started making quips at Natty, it was so funny.
Yeah. Anyway, we should have ended the show 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Maybe even 40 minutes ago.
Man United are actually playing, and I've just missed half an hour of it.
Oh, that's horrible.
I don't even have it up on my phone.
Yeah. Anyway, tune into Saturday's show where me and Eric will probably be out here depressed because the Dodgers may have lost. Who knows? Or we will come in here rejuvenated, happy, youthful. As the Dodgers may have won.
I know Eric's going to try and gloat a week after the Steelers beat the Jets.
Oh, y'all got done up by Russell.
But you know the worst part?
You got done up by Russell, Manny. Russell.
The worst part about that was we were winning. We were winning. So someone messaged me. Another Jets fan, but like a wrestling fan. You may have seen her on our Sharpshooters Instagram. That we never check. Don't message that account if you want us to reply to something. Message our personal accounts.
People gonna comment on that?
They said to me, "Are you gonna watch the game tonight?" Because obviously that game, Monday Night Football, is at the same time as Raw, so it's the middle of the night. Yeah. I was like, I might, because I'm normally up at the time. I was like, I maybe stay for a quarter. I stayed for 3/4, Marcus, and I was depressed. And my point was, I shouldn't, because I don't want to start my week off being tired and depressed. What happened? What happened? I stayed to third. Damn, Aaron Rodgers fooled me. You fooled me.
He fooled us all, man. He fooled us all. It was his one Super Bowl win.
Oh man.
Packers are amazing, though. So.
Well, the New York Packers or or
The New York Packers. The Green Bay.
No, because New York has Lazard, Adams, and Rodgers on that team on the offense. That is the New York Packers, and you know it.
Yeah.
No, I don't like this, Jamal, because you were cheering the Mets too. We told you you'd pick one.
Yeah, you know they choose. You know New York is choosing the Yankees over the Mets any day of the week.
You have to. They win more.
It's true. It's like, well, we'll choose the Nets over the Knicks. We'll choose the Lakers over the Clippers. I am that person, but whatever. No, 28 world titles, Kay. 28. But fuck them in their world titles. We're gonna attack it. We're gonna stick our bats up their ass. Side of me. Fuck them. Yankee Doodle Dandy is what I like to call it.
Marcus, you know what happens when you do things like this.
Go ahead. We should have ended the show. That's what happened, Manny.
Yeah, we should have ended the show. But then when you start talking trash, normally the opposite happens.
Yeah? But I'm confident.
And
it's
then
Shohei, I believe.
And then I have to console you.
And Shohei, I believe. Shohei, Mookie, Freddie, Muncie, Tommy Edman. God damn it. Tommy fucking Edman. Kike Hernandez. Chris Taylor.
The Yankees must have played the Dodgers already during the regular season. How did that fare off?
I think we won. Yeah, we
The
kicked
series.
their ass. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You talking about the
We
overrun?
overrun. We're in overrun. We're in our overrun.
Yeah, but we don't plan overrun. It just happens. The show was over half an hour ago.
Yeah. Yeah, but tune in to the Saturday show where we figure out who is the most famous wrestler in the world.
I feel
It
like
may
that's a
shock
step
you
up, yeah.
when I vote for Terry Funk.
It may shock you when Duke the Dubs
RoboCop.
Drosy is on my list.
That man did garbage around the world. Hey, what's up? They're doing a full Netflix documentary on the Dumpster Rosie. It's called Duke.
Me and Marcus's favorite guy, Steve Blackman. And you were thinking I was going to say Boss Man. But the Boss
Yeah,
Man
I
is
did.
on the
I thought that was Boss Man. I thought that was Boss Man Steve. I thought the way you did that thing was Boss Man. Everything was Boss Man.
Steve Blackman. No one fuck with Steve Blackman.
Yeah. But hold on, Manny. Kid Shamrock and I'm going to also put Kid Shamrock in there or the box. Dare to be separate right there. And you know what? I'm going to put it like this. I think Frankie the Bird is more famous than Bret Hart. Get him, Coco. Get him, Coco.
Wait. We can't do that. We might summon the angels in the outfield.
Manny, I have a question about the 20 famous wrestlers in the world. I know Infamy comes into this. Does he get a mention on this list? People know the name. You know who I'm talking about.
Say his name.
Crippler.
No, he doesn't make this list.
He's known by everybody. He's kind of known. Very infamous. Just saying. Very infamous.
He don't make this list, Marcus.
I'm just saying. I just want to say. I don't think he makes my. He doesn't make my list.
Thing is,
But I was shocked if somebody went and I went, oh shit.
thing is,
He
he don't
beat
make
Jeff
my
Hardy.
list. I put him in the same category as a Bret Hart.
Yeah.
When you're a technical wrestler, you have to have
Yeah,
something behind you, and most technical wrestlers don't.
Yeah, but you know, Brett ain't never did nothing outside the ring, Manny. I'm just saying, he was there. There was a moment when he was all over the
done some
news.
things in his book.
He's done some things.
He talked about him being with geishas and shit like that, and I was like, ooh,
Who, Brett?
yeah.
Never read his book. I thought it'd be boring.
It was. That was the only interesting thing. Snooker don't make this list either.
Nah, ain't no Snooker making this list. I don't care how many times he jumped off Madison Square Garden. He's also infamous.
Yeah, but he got away with it.
Yeah. Because someone that's in the top 10 of this list, Vinnie Mac. Honestly, Jeff Hardy might win this.
I would like an infamous list too. I want an infamous list.
Oh, infamous. Vince is number 1, of course.
Yeah, but Pat Patterson could make this list.
He got grabbing my pecker.
Pat Patterson could make this list.
Oh, shit.
The Usos would make this list.
Oh,
Rikishi
DY's
makes
Ricky.
this list.
Oh.
Ric Flair makes this list.
Yeah, it's the same people. It ends up being the same list. It ends up being the same list.
Oh.
Perk Angle for sure.
You know what? I love the fact that this still gets released as audio, and I hope someone looks at this and goes, "Why is this show an hour and 40 minutes?"
Yeah. Manny, it's gonna be released as a YouTube video going, what the fuck happened?
If you made it this far, either on YouTube or on the audio, you need to leave a comment on the YouTube video and say I made it this far.
Yeah. Leave a comment. We want your list. We want your social security number so we can get to WrestleMania. And tell you made it this far. That's all I want to content.
I need money to renew my passport too, so send that by that way too.
Yeah. So yeah, social security numbers, credit card information. And you know what? I'm not too above. See your mothers and your parents. If you're underage, please send me your mother and father's information as well.
Oh, and tell me your mother's maiden name. Or your favorite pet.
Yeah. Or where did you grow up for the security questions? Oh, we're going to jail now.
Well, because we're one step away from sucking dick for money. begging for all this shit. The next step is sucking dick. I'll suck your dick for 20
Yeah, I'm trying to get the Mania, goddammit.
I better be front row. Marcus, I better be front row if I'm doing
if I'm sucking dick, I better have good seats. I better be next to Trinidaddy guy. I'll tell you that right now. Grease your guy, look, y'all better move over, alright? I suck dick for this, you can smell it on my breath.
Marcus, the thing is, I want to release this as a short, but I don't want people to know what we talk about on at this part of the show.
Oh yeah, no, I believe this works. Release this in the short, Manny. Manny, we're one step away. I'll put my right foot in. I'll put my right foot out. My right foot
in out.
Thinking all about I suck a little dick to go to WrestleMania. I'm doing this for John Cena.
I don't think I can do this for you, John.
John Cena, man, what would John Cena say? What would John Cena say about this? Never give up.
Because I can't do this to my boy John Cena. I can't do it for you, John.
He's gonna say, "Never give up, Manny. Never give up."
Can't do it for you, John.
Hustle, loyalty, suck dick. That's what
I
he's
member
thinking.
for life, but I'm never doing it for you, John. I can't.
This is basic thugonomics right here. Oh, Andre, he does make the list. A very wholesome indie right there. Let's end the show.
People can't actually see what this is. It's a chain gang soldier.
Yes, pure gold right there. Pure gold. Well, we're going to end the show. And I think it's the only image to end the show. That's us trying to get to WrestleMania right there.
Marcus, this is what they didn't want to see. This is what they didn't want you to see in Black Panther. There was reasons they kept. There was reason they kept Wakanda sacred and secret. They didn't want the whites getting in. But look what happened.
Look what happened. The downfall of all civilization. She's there. The truth will happen to T'Challa revealed.
Marcus, I am going to release that as a short. I'm afraid of the consequences that happen from that short.
You know I'm not accepting this one.
You have
I'm
to-
gonna actually review it. I'm gonna actually review it and be like, that ain't me.
I'm releasing this strictly on the sharpshooters, and I'm not tagging me or you. I'm not having it appear on my page.
Oh, you gotta man up, man. You gotta man up. You gotta do it.
But if I got a man up, you got a man up.
Oh, I will man up. I don't care. I have no shame. I have no shame.
Join us Sunday for the live stream of Halloween Havoc.
What's Kalani doing to this? Yeah, it looks like she's begging for her life. And that looks more like AJ Styles than Ethan Page. Get ready to fly.
Trick looks like zombie.
Yeah. And Roxanne has the same look she always has on her face.
I'm taller than you think, bitch. But Marcus, I'm in love with Julia. The freckles get me.
Oh, yeah? Yep.
I don't know if daylight savings affects you, Kane, but it's affecting the show next week as well. So we'll work it out. I think it's like 11 p.m. my time, so maybe 12 for you.
Yeah, check your local listenings.
Once I work out the time on Saturday, I will sort this out. Okay, it's half time in my game. Man United are winning 1-0. And I will be very disappointed when I start watching in the second half and we lose 2-1.
Yeah, it'd be your fault. It'd be your fault.
But yeah, like the video, subscribe if you haven't, buy merch, and send us all your stuff so we don't have to suck dick to get to WrestleMania. We out. Peace.
But I am taking appointments.
Remember, we're companions, not prostitutes.
Yeah. We're shooting a movie.
Reach. We're going to the moon, people. We're going to the moon.